Yo, what's good? This is Zach with the Mega Academy channel. I wanted to show my attack on a Town Hall 10. It's not fully maxed or anything, but an okay attack anyway. So what I use is a Gowiwi, I think. Yeah, a Gowiwi. So my Gowiwi, when I use Gowiwi, I kind of like to exaggerate it. I only use 2 golems and at least 10 witches, and then as many wizards as I can fit. Sometimes I'll even go up to like 15 or 16 witches, and I'll be under 10 wizards. Uh, but I don't know. I found kind of a balance with the witches and wizards. You just kind of have to feel it out, what works for you and works for that base. For this one, I decided to go with 11 and 18. And the only reason I ended up with 11 was I actually had 12, but somebody needed a witch, and I ended up donating one. And then I guess I had wizards queued up, and they just loaded, and I didn't feel like making another one. So not anything super specific, but just there's actually a pretty good range with which you can exchange witches for wizards. But just 2 golems, especially when it's a single target inferno. So let's actually just scout the base. So yeah, when you see a single target inferno like this, these things will wreck your heroes and just wreck your golems. However, if you have a ton of like skeletons running around, then a single target inferno is not going to do anything to it. And even a multi-target inferno will have trouble with skeletons if you have a bunch of witches running around, and the witches kind of stay out of range of the of that inferno. So the plan here was I definitely wanted to hit this single target inferno first. So you see the skeletons coming in here. Then in come the golems on the right side. Of course, after your golems, put in your witches first. You want the witches to spawn up a bunch of skeletons, which will then create distractions before you drop your wizards and your queen and the king. So I dropped my king really late, and the reason I dropped my king so late. Sorry if you can hear that. My laundry is done. I need to go pick it up. But the reason I dropped my king so late is just because I don't want that single target inferno to target my king. Just because if the king gets picked up by that early, it forces me to drop my free spell just to save the king, and that kind of messes up the attack. The free spell is better used on the multi-target inferno tower, like I just did. So second rage is in. Troops are getting to the center pretty good. Third rage goes in. You see my king is getting torn up over there. Not that he didn't do a good job, the king actually did do a lot of work, but I'm getting picked off by that archer tower. And so for this, I just want to recommend, my biggest mistake before going to Town Hall 10 was not getting my heroes to 30. My heroes were, I think, level 12 and level 15 when I went to Town Hall 10, which was, a pretty bad idea. It's hard to get loot in Town Hall 10, and I definitely recommend staying Town Hall 9 as long as possible, just because it's much easier to get loot there. And in this attack, if I had my king and queen level 30 or maxed out all the way, this definitely becomes a 3-star attack. And that's actually true for a lot of attacks that you're trying to use this Town Hall 10. As a Town Hall 10, if your heroes aren't minimum level 30, you're gonna kind of struggle to 3-star. You'll definitely be able to 2-star bases, and maybe even 3-star weaker layouts like this. But versus maxed base, you almost have no chance if your heroes are not maxed, or well, at least minimum level 30. So that's that. Just wanted to show that. I hope you enjoyed.